Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the delay. Well, it wasn't really my saying. The weather gods were against us, but now it seems like we're having some luck. We're ready for the start, and we're also ready for both teams coming on. Pre-season is here. Pre-season in Switzerland for D1 team Idaho State Bengals. The team from Idaho is playing. Well, the rain is coming back, so I can't promise you that you will be staying online for the whole game, but we'll be trying. Anyway, Idaho is having a tour through Switzerland, through Europe actually. Today they're playing here in Basel, and tomorrow, please stay on track for tomorrow, because tomorrow we're playing in the stadium, and then we'll have the best quality of live stream. This one here, I can't guarantee you that we'll make it through the whole game. With the rain, there's no place to go under. Also for the players, it's very annoying. Anyway, team in black is your home team, is the Idaho State University Bengals. The team in green, that's FC St. Gallen. This season they finished on the 6th spot in Switzerland, went into the playoff mode, and there they got defeated twice by FC Basel. After they got a 1-1 in the first game of the quarterfinals, they lost 3-0 in a second leg, and that's why they're here. Now we're seeing some fair play. Switzerland and the US, they agree on much, especially when it comes to banking. Let me tell you about the starting roster of Idaho today. The Bengals are playing with number 1, Sadri Bell. Caution, not a goalkeeper. We're in Europe, aren't too used to that. So Sadri Bell is playing. Then number 4, Kylie Hennessy. Number 5, Peyton Reed. Number 6, Isa Winton. Number 14, Peyton Dew. Number 17, Samantha Steele. Number 19, Talia Butterbaugh. And number 22, Virginia Wallace. Together with Riley Lewis and Marta Nieto in goal, we're seeing Sarah Maxfield today. Sarah Maxfield, number 31. Megan Charlie was supposed to start, but she's not feeling too well, so she will skip the rainy session today. But knowing Austria how it is, tomorrow maybe you'll see her in the rain. Let's hope that Megan Charlie feels better tomorrow. Marta Nieto is taking over for her. Quickly, who we're gonna see on the bench: Lydia Keller is the backup goalkeeper. Then we'll have Sophia Wolf, Daphne Egelhoff, Rachel Fulmer, Samantha Esparza, Sienna Latta, Marisa, Paige Harris, Talia Curry, Madison Culp, Zoe Desjardins, Madeline McQueen, Ellie Starbuck, Camille Collar, and Ashley Leonetti. And of course, Trinity Hale, who is the second backup goalkeeper today. St. Gallen has just started their work for pre-season. We'll see a newly composed team with a new goalkeeper. Klug is her name. So we haven't seen her yet. Then we'll have Yasmina Colombo, Aline Christen, and Diana Brunner. New national team player with the number 16 is Alina Baumgartner on the left. In the midfield we are seeing Alessandra de Freitas together with Katarina Risch. And up front we have Ilenia Caputo, Franziska Gauss, Victoria Bischof, and Eva Bachmann, if I'm correct. Over links. So kick off. Number 1, Bell. Up front. First chance. And that's number 31. That's goalkeeper Sarah Maxfield. I'll have a moment until I'm all tuned in with the numbers and names. Good clearance now by number 22 by Virginia Wallace. Use the live chat function on YouTube if you have something to say, if you want to request something, please do so. That way I know if there's something going on, some kind of issue. And of course the team will then know that you were here supporting them during the live stream. Maxfield playing with her defender. Well done by Riesch. Ball goes down, Bachmann gives it away, and then the strike by Franzi Gauss. First real strike. I'll just ask here in the chat, otherwise I'll switch to my native German. Again, to all the fans here, we'll show the game tomorrow from the stadium in Austria, here just outside the Swiss border. We'll show it as well. It will be in a stadium, so we'll do it with 2 cameras. It will be a huge party today. We have a very, very slimmed down production as, well, it wasn't possible to do it another way. Let's have a look at that last chance. Franzi Gauss just fires it wide of the goal, guarded by Sarah Maxfield. Idaho State, Division 1 school when it comes to women's soccer. Working its way outside with Marta Nieto, looking for Sadie Bell, but now the counter-attack, we have Chantal Wieser. Wieser comes over the left side, and then she just fires it wide. Ah, that was a good chance for St. Gallen. Wieser just crosses it in, and it's Bachmann, no, it's Bischof, who puts it way above the goal. Victoria Bischof, we're just happy to see her play again. She comes from a long time of injury. She's been off for on and off for about 2.5 years. Victoria Bischof. It's good to see her getting some playing time, being back on track. Victoria Bischof was once celebrated as maybe one of the biggest talents in Swiss football, Swiss women's football. Oh, I'm sorry for you guys. I forgot to turn on the clock. I'll just correct it. We're 3 minutes and 50 seconds in. And there's the first goal. They go in front. It's the new woman. Young player. I don't know her yet. Number 33. I'm sorry about that. She's new. Scores on the far left post. Great cross coming in. Here you see we are at players level. We never want to do that, but it's a necessity. Bischof here losing her markswoman, and then the new woman through the left coming in, scoring. Number 33. I don't know if it's someone from the youth, from St. Gallen's own youth, or if it's a player they got in for trials. Anyway, St. Gallen is happy because they're leading 1-0. What can we expect? Usually, Swiss top-tier teams are technically and tactically more advanced than US college football teams. But then again, the college football teams usually are physically just way beyond the Swiss top-tier teams. So we could expect that Idaho, who has had kind of a tough program and kind of a tough few days behind them, is going to have maybe a little advantage when it comes to physicality, but then those tactical things, the way Victoria Bischof got away from her markswoman, those things maybe will be very expensive mistakes to pay today for this team of Idaho. Nicely played by Riley Lewis, but it's too far gone. Couldn't reach her colleague. Lewis on the right flank was looking for her colleagues. Risch loses the ball, but Bischof gets it back in a duel with Peyton Dion. Now Colombo, but well caught by number 22, Virginia Wallace. And Maxfield takes over. Maxfield playing with her number 5, playing with Peyton Reed. But now, well done by Chantal Wieser. Erling Christen lets Sadri Bell feel her studs. And so this is the first free kick for the visitors. Drie seconden. Peyton Reed with a short pass, but miscommunication with Virginia Wallace. Thankfully for them, their number 19, Tylene Butterbaugh, was looking for the ball. St. Gallen trying to leave their mark. Of course, they're leading. Well, I just hope wherever you guys are watching in Idaho and in Minnesota that the weather is a little better than here. We have a classical summer storm. Thankfully now the rain is staying away for a few minutes, but we can never count on that. So I just hope you guys are enjoying a much nicer, well, early afternoon for you guys. Early evening here in Switzerland. Jana Brunner used to be the number 1 choice center back for the Swiss national team back in 2017 during the Euros. Lot has changed since then. Brunner now, couple of injuries, a couple of time offs for Brunner, focusing on her studies. Has seen her not continuing on in the national team, but also mostly on her own device. National coach Niels Nielsen tried to persuade Jana Brunner to return to the national team. At that time, she was not too interested. Let's see if maybe now Pia Sundhage, who used to coach the US national team back in the day, maybe she can persuade Jana Brunner to give her comeback. Reed, Peyton Reed, looking for her fullback for Virginia Wallace. Reed going into midfield. Oof, that was a tricky one. Risch taking over, tries it. Just sneakily with a chip above Maxfield's head, but Maxfield has nothing to worry about. She controlled that one. But here we saw quick mistake by Isa Winton. And then those are the positions where you shouldn't allow them too much space. Katharina Risch, dangerous young striker from Switzerland, was looking for the strike, threw on, tried to lift the ball above Maxfield's head just underneath the crossbar, but couldn't make it. St. Gallen playing it very nicely with Alessandra de Freitas. Chantal Wieser playing back to Jana Brunner. Captain Aline Christen. And now that would have been the chance for Riley Lewis. But Lewis just couldn't take the ball with her. Maxfield gives her a second chance. Miscommunication between Reed and Lewis. Now Nieto sends herself deep. That might work maybe in the US, but it doesn't work in Switzerland. You can't send yourself that deep. Marta Nieto, who is replacing Megan Charlie on the left wing, tried to set herself up, but it was too many meters. And St. Gallen managed it out with their defensive structure. Winton, looking to change a field of play to the right wing, was looking for Kylie Hennessy. Throw in, very quickly executed, and now the chance, but again, St. Gallen through Alina Baumgartner, back in control. That was a new woman who scored the goal, and very quickly played by Bischof. Now Chantal Wieser has just Maxfield in front of her. Wieser goes deep. Across, and it's not in. Issa Winton. No, Maxfield it was. Great stop by Maxfield, but here we see Wieser had everything to score herself. Goes in too deep, and then she puts it back. Larina Baumann tries to score, but Maxfield, using her legs like an ice hockey goalie, driving out that pad, the left leg, and stops it. Winton. Oh, wonderful diagonals by Winton. Bell loses the ball. And Peyton Reed, now everywhere on the field. Reed. But de Freitas controls the ball. Christen building up the long balls. Virginia Wallace in a duel against Chantal Wieser, having a hard time. We're 12 minutes in here. Once the voting on YouTube switches over from English to German, I'll switch also myself. So everyone keep that in mind. And if it stays level, I'll just switch to Spanish. Then we'll have no one gets what they want. Oh, Nieto, well, wonderfully played. But Virginia Wallace couldn't get away from Colombo. Youth national team player for Switzerland, Yasmina Colombo. On youth level, she played a lot. As the rain is returning here to Staad, close to the border with Austria, Alessandra de Freitas playing it fast through her own field, but there are too many girls in black. And now Nieto got the chance to sprint on that ball, but it was just not proper enough. Colombo playing with Wieser, looking for Gauss, but she couldn't take the ball with her, the German one. Coach Dustin giving the last instructions to let his team know what he wants from them. As the rain returns and takes on strength. I just can encourage you to be with us tomorrow from the stadium, Sparkasse Arena in Lustenau. It will be a totally different experience for you guys. You'll enjoy it much more. I will enjoy it much more because I will be dry then. As we're 16 minutes in. Jana Brunner, the captain, playing with Katharina Risch. Kristen Colombo, but that ball was too far. Lewis changed side with Sadri Bell. Let's see if she can wreak some havoc over the left wing, as we see Butterball struggling to keep the ball in midfield. And then St. Gallen is playing it very fast. I think this is a great experience for Idaho, because St. Gallen is a very transitional team. It's that kind of football that you actually could see in the US, but you end up not seeing too much, because you need some quality balls up front into the attacking players. And maybe that's a point that's lacking sometimes in D1 soccer. Chantal Wieser comes through the middle, looking for Risch, playing with Christen. And now Klug. The new woman. Why is St. Gallen looking for a new goalkeeper? Their backup, Fabienne Oertle, stopped to play in summer. Let's see if Nadine Böhi, who is part of the national team, will stay on for much longer in St. Gallen, or if there is also a change planned. That would then, of course, explain why St. Gallen is looking for a new net tender, goaltender. Wolf, Virginia, needs to stay on, but Wieser got the ball now. The cross far out of field, but Gauss is still staying strong. Gauss trying to put it in. Let's have a look at this. Actually overhit cross, but then the ball comes close to Gauss. Here the cross is overhit, but then she just heads it in. The goal scorer with number 33, player we still don't know. But Gauss is then in. I apologize for the little flickering you guys see. That's water, that's rain on our camera. Once the rain cools down, we can maybe wipe it away quickly. As the ball goes down, Maxfield is in control. Throw in, Rolf. I just sent my assistant in to clear some of those raindrops from the camera. Sorry for that. Let's have a look at that chance by Franzi Gauss again while we're cleaning. Very optimistic to clean the lens while it's still raining, but that's what we need to do. Constant wiping and wiping, as you guys know. Except if you have a tushy at home. Yeah, this isn't the perfect conditions for a live game, but we thought we won't leave you hanging. We want to show you the team. Upsides, we're the primary home for Swiss women's football, Swiss women's soccer. So when we had the chance to show you a top-tier US football team against a top-tier Swiss team, we just couldn't say no. And that's why we're also showing the game tomorrow out of Austria. Women's football in Switzerland just has one home and one name you need to know. It's upsides, which translates to offside, which we haven't seen yet in this game. "20 minutes in. Isa Winden with the long ball. Nieto trying to head it on. Virginia Wallace. I apologize for calling her Wolf earlier. That's a famous author, Virginia Woolf. And throw in for St. Gallen. Well, Idaho is experiencing the same thing a lot of teams in the Swiss Championship experience, which is after St. Gallen has scored a goal, they will sit back and wait for transitional moments.
Hold, Riley, drop in.
And Idaho
That's your cue.
will need to force themselves into the game, so force themselves back in, find some space. As Alina Baumgartner is attacking, and there's a strike, but Maxfield is on it. Now Gauss will try with the left foot. Maxfield back on it. As Switzerland score their second, I think, in the Euro Cup. At least it sounds from back there. As if it was like that. Gauss taking on the left. And, whoa, Maxfield, that looked tougher than initially thought. But well done by Maxfield. Oh, that's a good cross. But thankfully for Idaho, Winton was it? I think Isa Winton again. Blocked it. A lot of work for Isa Winton tonight. The center back has been getting herself in between every ball and the St. Gallen players. I bet she wanted a little bit of a day off. Not getting it because that ball is also too short. St. Gallen comes with speed, and again Maxfield onto it. Is it Maxfield still? She needs to turn herself, yeah. Still Maxfield. Switzerland leading 2-0. That's also good news. Except if you're Italian. Corner kick, but no one really seems to be in a hurry to kick it. Thank you. Corner comes straight out for the second post. Brunner just wide of it. Jana Brunner. She's the kind of woman every girl on the field can look up to. 28 years of age, a lot of international experience. Jana Brunner. But now she just headed the ball next to goal. Wallace trying to put some pressure on Colombo, but loses the throw-in. As you see on the corner of your screen, St. Gallen coach Marisa Wunderlin. Alessandra de Freitas getting out of the pressure. And now we see the new girl, number 33. Oof. Samantha Steele throws herself into that ball. Was there an arm? I don't know. While we see Bischof turn, but with no harm for the goal, guarded by Maxfield. Victoria Bischof, she herself also has a US past. She too played college football in the US of A. I just don't remember where at the moment. Usually we see Swiss players going to the southwest. A lot of players go to Oklahoma or Alabama, or we see them in Texas, in those regions. The Rust Belt, as it's called. Well played by Colombo, but Risch couldn't get on the end of it. We're still seeing Maxfield, who is one of the main reasons her team is only down by 1. As Idaho doesn't manage to get up front, hardly ever, not even with these long balls. Now they're trying, but again, Brunner just too experienced of it. Brunner looking where to send the ball. Risch playing out to De Freitas. De Freitas. Very well done with Gauss. The pressure is not on. Pressen, or as we call it in German, Gegenpressen. Some people who speak English call it Gegenpressen, but it's Gegenpressen. That's what they need now at Idaho level. They just need to get on themselves onto those balls, in between those players, leading the ball. Now was a good moment to keep on the pressure. Colombo sending it deep. Gauss gives it away and go! Perfect strike by Bischof. Again, it's Maxfield's game, as Maxfield cleared it for her team. Here we see Gauss gives it away. Here Gauss gives it a tuck, and then Bischof doesn't wait too long. And we see Maxfield throwing up her left hand. Christen. Brunner. And cleared by the Americans. But Wieser gets herself at the end of this ball, plays it on, and Gauss just wants too much of it. Wanted to do too nice of a play, too much touch, one-touch football. She could have stricken herself, tried to put Wieser in position, and so it's still 1-0. Well, a year ago we had Santa Clara here, the University of Santa Clara Broncos, and they demolished this St. Gallen side. I don't know if both teams know each other. I guess not. Idaho might be too far north to play against Santa Clara, but it's something to say. Nieto, but Wieser is on it. Nieto gets it back though. Nieto, still Nieto. And then finally, some help by Butterbaugh. Wallace still looking for someone. Now that long ball towards Bell. Cedric Bell is through, and that's a free kick. One good ball is all you need, and that was a good ball, and Cedric Bell just holds on to it long enough to get the foul, to draw it out. Now let's see what Miss Nieto, Marta Nieto, can do with this one. Free kick. This is the moments where I'm a little sad because of the angle we got here, so we can't show it on top for you, but it's a very good position over the right. You can just curl it in with left foot, and that's what Nieto tries, but it's a little too high. Ball comes down a little too late, but a good try by Marta Nieto. Colombo, De Freitas, and that's the new woman, the new goaltender. Klug, but Brunner can't keep it in. There's a chance. Half an hour in. Oh, well done. Reed was looking for someone to take on that ball. "15 minutes to go here." For those who just joined us and are asking themselves why we had a delay due to very strong rain and windstorms. Now we are hoping, keeping our fingers crossed, or as we say in German, our Daumen gedrückt, which means literally squeezing our thumbs so that it doesn't come back. "31 minutes in here." Oh, that one was more difficult and dangerous than the visiting team from Idaho likes. Wieser was getting alone onto it. Maxfield covered the corner, even though that one could have squeezed in. Wallace couldn't get to that ball. Colombo. De Freitas, what a lovely touch by De Freitas. Sending Wieser deep. Gauss can't control the ball still. She strikes. And again Maxfield. So she's earning her Swiss chocolate desserts tonight. I don't know about the other ones so far. Maxfield. And you see, our colleague from the US is now a little bit in the way of that picture, doesn't matter. That one comes in and Maxfield again. Very well done by Maxfield. Just punches it out. Idaho has a bigger and better videography team than we have. But I guess their budget is also a little bit larger than ours. Idaho State University. Very well played, Klug, looking for Alin Christen. This is Colombo. Colombo. A lot of work for Virginia Wallace today. So she didn't get to relax for 37 minutes so far. A lot of games always also happening, a lot of scenes over the right side of St. Gallen. This has a reason with Chantal Wieser and Jasmin Colombo. We have two experienced players in this team. Over the left side, we have Alina Baumgartner, who's maybe a little tired also because of international duty. And then we have the new girl, the one with the number 33 who scored the goal. And that's maybe one of those reasons you are seeing St. Gallen leaning heavily towards the right side, because there they have the automatisms. Now again, one of those long balls to the new girl. Gauss does it well. The new girl is in. The new girl will score her second. No, she doesn't. It just creeps wide of the right post. Ah. Very well played though. The long ball from Brunner looking for the new girl, and then we had Gauss prolonging it, just relaying the ball, and so the new girl got to shoot on target. Gauss now looking for Bischof. St. Gallen changing their game's plan a little bit today compared to last season. This is also due to the 2 new strikers that they are using. With Gauss and Bischof, they're playing very different than they used to play with Eberhard and with Geraldine S has just moved away from St. Gallen. She's moving to Zurich. We don't know yet if to FC Zurich or Grasshoppers, but we're quite sure it's Grasshoppers. And without her, they now can't play the same style of attacking. So now they play it a little different. Number 24, Riley Lewis. But again, St. Gallen just gets to the end of it, and that's the chance for Bischof, and Bischof makes it 2! Victoria Bischof just strikes it in. Victoria Bischof makes it 2-0. Victoria Bischof makes it 2-0. Here, let's have a look at it again. Perfectly placed left of Maxfield. No way for her to play it. Das müssen wir nicht sehen. Oh, that would have been the first chance for Nieto, but she couldn't keep the ball. Again, Nieto over some hurdles. It would have been back to her colleague, back to Wallace, but Lewis is trying to get herself into the game. Riley Lewis. Chantal Wieser, native Lucerne. Played for FC Lucerne. Lucerne won the cup with FC Lucerne. Then moved to St. Gallen. Still no success. While Idaho is preparing the first changes, it looks. Maxfield, who has been doing a great job, will soon be replaced by Trinity Hale, if I've seen that correctly. Oh. Maxfield, freshly drafted. That ball goes deep, very well played, but she's on offside, and offside translated is upsides, and upsides is what you're seeing and what you're hearing. So don't forget to subscribe to us here on YouTube, especially if you want to see the Idaho State Bengals tomorrow again playing against SPG, Dornbirn and Lustenau. That will be a fun out of the stadium in Austria. And I will get to visit an Austrian McDonald's tomorrow, which is always great for me. 5 minutes to go until the break. Oh, that's a good ball. That would have been the answer by Riley Lewis. What a great ball by Batterball. Very great run by Lewis, and also a great ball in deep by Taylin Butterball. Idaho State is basically doing what Taylor Swift is, a European tour. Maybe just not as fancy. Ball goes deep. Very well done by Winton. So just an update, Alina Baumgartner was the one who scored the first goal. The new girl with the number 33. Coming from the own youth. Let's see how Idaho can respond to that 2-0 distance. Trailing 2-0 against the Swiss team. Not something you see every day in Idaho, because you don't play Swiss teams. Colombo throwing it deep for Gauss, but again Winton has no chill, just puts it out of the game. 3 minutes to go in his first half. Oh, that would have been a chance for Baumgartner, or for Risch better, but she didn't strike, just left it there, passing her foot. And again, Wallace clearing it just out of her own box. Baumann puts it back in, and Wallace clears again. Colombo. Well, this is basically backstage access to the Idaho State Bengals. Whenever do you get to see the whole stuff of the Bengals hanging around in their coaching zone? If it was up to me, you wouldn't. We would have had another angle, but here there's just nowhere to go with the cameras, honestly. And flying drones is not permitted in Switzerland. Oh, that's a good ball. Let's see what Seidri can do with this one. Seidri Bell, but Brunner is onto her, and that's a penalty. Oh, it isn't. Oh, that could have been whistled. No VAR. That could have been a penalty. I think in the end, there's not too much illegal contact by Jana Brunner, but that was an amazing ball. I think it was number 14, it was Peyton Dion who played that one. Not too sure, but that was a great ball. In too deep, Seidri Bell got to the end of it, and that would have been a good chance. Now Wallace loses the battle with Wieser. Wieser gives it away, and then goal! It's the second one for Alina Baumgartner. 2 years ago, she's been top scorer of the youth ranks in Switzerland. And now she's debuting with the main team and scoring twice. Alina Baumgartner, under 19 top scorer 2 years ago, scoring her second tonight. Wieser just wins the foot race against Wallace, and then, well, also very poorly defended that back post by Idaho, we have to be honest. And that makes it 3-0. Let's see how much time ref is willing to put on to this game. There will be no reason to prolong it much longer except for that strike. Riley Lewis with the strike for the end of this first half. St. Gallen was clearly the better team, the tactically more concerned team, the more precise team, and that's why we're heading into the break with a 3-0 lead. 2 goals by Alina Baumgartner, 1 by Victoria Bischof. Well, will this be the story of the game, or will we see more? We'll be back in around 10 minutes to show you the second half of this game. See you. We're back in the saddle again. We're back in the saddle again. Back for the second half. Idaho is trailing St. Gallen by 3-0. We were not expecting this, even though it is a Swiss top-tier team. There has been so many changes that I won't even try to list them. We will just play along. That's one of the new women, Bachmann, and that's de Freitas. She's still here, trying to leave her mark on a game. Alessandra de Freitas, Portuguese-Italian youth, playing for the Swiss national team at youth level. Once she was young, now she's out of the youth level. Another new woman, number 2, Siv Schäfer, missed most of the last season injured. Back at it, Siv Schäfer. Let's see if Idaho has found a solution to St. Gallen's pressing. De Freitas looking for her colleague with the number 21. Fabienne Dörig. Is it her? Not sure. She's supposed to leave in the summer to the US to go play college football, but at the moment she's still here, it seems, Fabienne Dörig. Or college soccer, as you guys call it. That's one of the new players. Marisa. That's Naya Glanzmann, chef of defense. Siv Schäfer. This is also a new player, number 32. Narina Waldhart, I would say, just out of my experience, but never sure. Yeah, Narina Waldhart, I knew it. Thanks to my assistant. My assistant who is rocking the whole Jack Grealish experience. Bad haircut and not at the Euros. He's feeling like the Manchester City striker. Waldhart looking for her space in this first team of St. Gallen. Might be a little too early for her, the Swiss under-19 international. Might be a little too early for her. Maybe she should go look to rotate in another team first. But those are decisions that will be made during this pre-season. St. Gallen, that's working quite early already. Even though pre-season, the season will start at the same time for both teams. Swiss League will start on the 8th of August. And I seen in the D1 NCAA division, they will have the first non-conference games also in early August. So no big difference there. As it's quieting down all over Switzerland, the last few minutes of suffering are ahead of them in their Euro 2024 campaign, as they're leading Italy by 2 goals. Very well played by St. Gallen. But there's a lady in black getting in between. Winton, it's Wallace. Is it Wallace? No, it's Riley Lewis, it seems. And that's Karin Bernett. Bernett tries it. No more Winston in goal. Maxfield. Sarah Maxfield has stepped off the field. And I think it's Trinity Hale who is now playing the 0-0. Hale, long ball. Karin Bernett dropping down for the first steps of play build up. Bachmann can't keep it, and then no problem for Klug in between the posts. Swiss national team goalkeeper Nadine Böhi still not playing. Suchst. Nerina Waldhardt. The pressing is put on by Esparza. Samantha Sparza. Za loses the head battle with Bernett. Both aren't the tallest. Talia Kuri. Sporting. Ah, gezegd Sporting. Oh, well played by Bachmann, looking for Bischof. But intercepted by Idaho's own number 10, Madeleine McQueen. But is she also a lightning? We'll see. If life is a highway, this football field here in Staad should be 1-2. Let's see if McQueen can win the race. As we see, Bachmann going on, but perfectly stopped. That strike by Bernett. It was Issa Winton, I think. Esparza kept the ball. Hale puts it outside. St. Gallen back at it. And then we see Cami Kollar getting in between and Hale. But let's have a look back here. What a block by Winston. Issa Winton. Now the pressing needs to be a little bit higher. Here it is, Kollar going through. Cami Kollar, and there's the cross. Chance for Idaho, but she couldn't keep the ball. Striker on the left side. Just couldn't handle the ball, and now Bischof! What a comeback by Victoria Bischof! After a season of too many injuries, Victoria Bischof makes it 4-0. Victoria Bischof, who started here in Staad, moved to Zurich, then to the US. Then she joined FC Luzern and moved back to St. Gallen. The injuries came, and now we haven't seen Bischof too many times playing in the past 4 years, 3 years. But she's back, Victoria Bischof. Four zero. Thank you very much, Charlie. Hope you will still be enjoying the next 40 minutes. And don't forget, tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, we'll be showing you the next game of your Bengals out of Austria against newly promoted SPG Lustenau Dornbirn, newly promoted side to the top tier in Austria. Let's see if a less experienced team than St. Gallen might be more up Idaho's alley. Hale. Hale looking for someone to take on the ball. Hale's Marisa. Sienna Latta. Za back with it, looking for Latta. No, she sends in her colleague. Is it Bell again? Playing in the left wing. Can't see it from here. Eva Bachmann. Ah, but that ball easily to intercept by McQueen. Madeline McQueen. There's Nerina Waldhart playing the ball. If you're liking this live stream, don't forget to subscribe, leave some comments and leave a like. Marisa. Ah, but well played by St. Gallen's number 10, Stephanie Brecht. She too coming from a long time of injuries. Couldn't get back at it as she wanted last season. Now she's back. Bischof leading with the ball. Bischof, now Bachmann, but she couldn't take it with her. Second chance with Bischof breaking through the defense. Looking for the little bit of space in between McQueen and now Desjardins, I'm sorry. Desjardins and number 2, Collard. Oh, I apologize to Zoe Desjardins and also to Madeline McQueen. All those Lightning McQueen jokes just fell off, like he did in the third movie. And Zoe Desjardins. That's a good corner, very well done by Hale. And now the second ball in, also cleared. Collard it is, I think, who got herself on the end of it. Maybe Starbuck. Difficult to see from this distance. Also, she's got long hair over it. One hour of football already played here in St. Gallen. Well, in Staad. Oh, Hale hesitates. That could have been an expensive mistake. Penalty. Yeah, Hale hesitates, and then the foul on Bachmann is kind of a consequence of it. Hale jumps really high, but then hesitates to get her fist onto that ball. And we'll see what's happening now. Penalty kick, 11 meters. Alessandra de Freitas gets to it. Alessandra de Freitas, Portuguese, Italian descendant. Here we see a lot of legs in between, but Hale just leans too wide on the left side and then is too slow down to get it on the right, on her right side. Alessandra de Freitas makes it 5-0. De Freitas again. Stephanie Brecht dancing. Well recovered by Rachel Fulmer. St. Gallen gets the best of it again with Brecht and Bachmann in between Fulmer. Trinity needs to dribble forward is what we hear from the back. So it's Hale's job to move up with the ball. Playing goalkeeper. Dustin trying to be Guardiola. Hale looking for Winton. Winton back to Hale. Now it's the time. She needs to dribble forward, he said. What can she do? She doesn't dribble. That's not dribbling. Yeah. Hesitates. Oh, looking for Kollar in the midfield. But de Freitas gets herself at the end of it. Kollar wins the duel. Now it's a chance with Fulmer. Fulmer leaving it deep. But it was too deep for Samantha Esparza. Esparza trying to get onto it. Durik looking for her striker, Bachmann. Wasn't she offside? Bachmann doesn't care as long as there's no whistle. Durik tries it again with left, and Brecht gets into the sandwich, and that's goal! Goal! Who made it? Who scored it? Was it Bischof? 6-0. Penalty, whistle or goal. Doesn't matter. Victoria Bischof doesn't care. She scored her hat-trick. Wer ist das gesehen? Ja, schon Victoria Bischof gesehen, habe ich das Gefühl. Let's have a look. If people here say no, I say yes, it was Victoria Bischof, of course. Oh no, it wasn't. Eva Bachmann. Here, there's the foul and Bachmann does it. Eva Bachmann making it 6-0. After Brecht got fouled. That's the call out for Bischof and de Freitas. Baumgartner and Risch are getting sent back in. Well, I guess this is not a UEFA regulated game, so we can accept that. While we still looking back at this goal by Eva Bachmann. Getting around Trinity Hale. Oh. Next chance. We missed it. $65. Bernet gets stopped. Counter-attack possibilities with Desjardins and Desparza. But it just takes too long. Too slow. Collard leaves it for Curie. Talia Curie. Camille Collard. And that's Trinity Hale. Back to Collard. And Schaefer. But there's a chance. And we see Esparza sprinting on. She tries it from the sharp angle, but couldn't quite get it on goal. That was a good try. Here, Schaefer doesn't get to stop it. Waldhart then in a foot race with Esparza, but there was nothing to do for her. Nadina Waldhart. And a long ball. Was it an attempt on goal? Was it just a ball to see Rachel Fulmer getting to the end of it? Either way, it was not successful. That ball's too long for Steve Schaefer. Maybe you guys in the chat can answer me a question. Idaho, is that Middle America? Or do we already call it West Coast? It isn't on the coast. How do we call that? Idaho. In between Wyoming, Nebraska, and Montana. Well, Montana, not Nebraska, sorry. Well played, very well done by Esparza, and then just a little too egoistic. She could have tried the cross. There were two girls waiting for the ball. Esparza tries it on her own. That one wasn't too successful. But it's a sign that they're still alive, the Bengals. Something you can't say for the real Bengals. Close to extinction. Over there in India. The real Bengals. Not to be confused with the Bengals, the band from the 80s. They are still kicking. And today is also a good day for them. Tomorrow will be their fun day. But then it's just another manic Monday for the Bengals. And they'll wish it was Sunday, which we all do, because tomorrow, Sunday, there'll be another game live here on Upsides. The Idaho State University Bengals clearing that ball on the second post. Very good chance. Again, the cross, and again, the Bengals clear it. And then Risch tries it. Number 23 it was. Daphne Egelhoff. Two great clearances by her. Daphne Egelhoff. Northern European descent for her, or maybe she's even a Northern European playing in the US. I don't know. Egelhoff sounds like something Dutch or Swedish. Throw in for St. Gallen. Thanks, Derek, for the answer. So it's the Northwest. That makes sense. What's Idaho? What's the most famous city in Idaho? Is it Idaho? Boise. Ah, that's where everyone, all the ski stuff is coming from, right? Boise, Idaho. Sun Valley, okay. No famous songs about Boise. Spokane, I know a couple. Omaha, of course. Somewhere in Middle America, by the Counting Crows. But I have never seen someone make a song about Boise, Idaho.
Maybe Idaho, but not Boise.
Is that country region? Does Idaho some country music as well? Well, Brad Paisley doesn't live there. He lives in Nashville. And we're not having an American Saturday night here in St. Gallen. No, it's all the home team, 6-0 at the moment. Sorry for that. But we can listen to some Brad Paisley afterwards and pretend it was an American Saturday night. Great ball for Bachmann, and it's 7-0. That was very well played. And it's a goal, Katharina Risch, if I've seen it correctly. Baumgartner again, so that's a hat trick here. And to keep with the Brad Paisley theme, Alina Baumgartner, she's everything. Alina Baumgartner, she's the one who scored the 1-0, she's the one who scored the 3-0, and she's the one who makes it 7-0. Yes, she's everything. Everything I ever need, St. Gallen will say. Brad Paisley will play his guitar to it. Famous country music artist Brad Paisley. And that's a chance. Fulmer is in the box. Fulmer! Ah, it's just intercepted by Eva Bachmann. We were looking for a sign of life by the Bengals, but we couldn't get to it. Oh, that's a good cross. Za gets her head to it. But St. Gallen is able to clear. Another try with Desjardins. Desjardins keeps it, but then it's gone. Very well played by Kolar to get herself at the end of this ball. Danger was creeping up. Stephanie Brecht. Kolar gets in between, but there's no continuation. Oh, Za launching Kolar, but that was too far off. Well, if the Bengals want some advice for their match tomorrow, maybe try to beef up that midfield, also some midfield action. St. Gallen might be a tough team to play in the middle. Maybe Dornbirn will be a little easier, but you'll need to have some variety in your game. Over the wings, you will not get too much answer here in Europe. That was well played. Fulmer. Ah, but that ball's gone as well. 75 minutes played, 15 to go. Very well done by McQueen, Madeline McQueen. Is she a lightning? Will we see her sprint her way to the first goal of Idaho State? Lightning McQueen. Also some country music, the Rascal Flatts, If Life Was a Highway. That's a good ball indeed. She tried to keep it Sienna Latta, and she got a free kick out of it. Free kick was a little short, and then there's the goal. It wasn't in. Oh my God. The Idaho cameraman was standing right in front of me, so I didn't see if it went in. He spoiled it because my eyes make it go in, my friend. I'm just joking. That was a great strike. Let's have a look at it again. In the replay, that was a great strike by Collard. Camille Collard. Great save also, it would have been. I really feel sorry for the cameraman. He's been standing in the rain the whole day. And then I even complained that he's in my eyesight, in my line of sight. But maybe I could have telekinetically guided that ball in. Maybe, I don't know. Let's just hope tomorrow we see a couple more goals, and that all of you will be back on with us tomorrow. 6:30 Central European time. Marisa playing out. There's a chance, but that cross just never really arrived. Was it Starbuck who underhit that cross? Ellie Starbuck. Oh, Collard would be all on her own on the right flank, but they didn't see it. So St. Gallen is playing out through Glanzmann. Dörig. Schäfer back to Dörig. Und wenn wir kurz auf Deutsch wechseln für die Leute, die hier zuschauen aus der Schweiz und sich für St. Gallen interessieren. Wir sehen St. Gallen mit einem neuen taktischen Konzept jetzt in diesem Spiel. 2 Stürmerinnen nebeneinander, ein 4-4-2 so und nicht mehr hintereinander. Also keine S, keine Eberhard, ein anderes Konzept von St. Gallen. Ob sich das dann in die Saison trägt, ist unklar. Ich meine, wir haben hier Spielerinnen, die ja nicht mehr dabei sein werden. Fabienne Dörig geht ja in die USA, habe ich gehört. Und ja, bin ich gespannt, ob wir dann St. Gallen so sehen. Auf jeden Fall ist es interessant, weil das eine neue taktische Variante von St. Gallen wäre, die dann vielleicht einige Gegner verwirren würde zu Beginn der Saison. Wir werden dann sehen, ob sich das bewahrheitet. Also ein guter Test ist es auf jeden Fall für St. Gallen, auch um zu zeigen, dass sie physisch wirklich auf einem Top-Level sind, schon zu Beginn der Vorbereitung. weil die Amerikanerinnen sind nicht die besten Fußballerinnen, aber rennen können sie und rennen, das kann auch St. Gallen. Das wussten wir schon. Und jetzt mal schauen, wie sich dann die Saison entwickelt. We're entering the last 10 minutes of play. Naya Glanzmann. Der Ball ist with Irina Waldhardt. Waldhardt finds Steve Schäfer. Schäfer launches Bachmann, but there's number 12. There's Talia Curry. One minute extra to go. 1 minute after the 80th done, 9 minutes to go. McQueen trying to battle for that ball. Couldn't quite get to it. Waldhardt. Brecht. Oh, now that one is too far off. Durik playing it. Baumgartner doesn't get it in, but it was offside anyway. But great the way Durik handled that ball. Ball out for Rachel Fulmer. Fulmer extends it with her head, but then St. Gallen goes and gets it from the high ups. Za keeps losing those heading duels against Bernett, who is shorter than her. Fulmer goes to the end line, but then headed away by Glanzmann. Durik looking for her mates, just finds Desjardins. Now there's a chance for the counter-attack. Starbuck, but that ball's way too far and it would have been offside anyway. Ellie Starbuck isn't quite the how do you say it? Conductor? I mean, I haven't read Catcher in the Rye in Moby Dick in English. So Starbuck is the captain, the one who steers the ship in Moby Dick. Is it? How do you say it? What's the correct word? Let me know in the chat. Anyway, Schäfer with the ball, finds Durik, she leaves it for Brecht and then she wants too much. Brecht wants to give it back, should have shot herself. Well, should have shot herself, not shot herself, you know what I mean. Stephanie Brecht. And that's Klug. Klug, who's been playing a Klug game, a smart game, not getting involved at all. Slachs. Bachmann. If you like Swiss football, don't forget to subscribe to us. On Monday, there'll be the draw of the first round of the Swiss Women's Football Cup competition. And we'll be with you, of course, from the first to the last round. Upsides is the home of the Swiss Cup. And on Monday we will know what kind of games we will be able to bring to you in the first round. Maybe St. Gallen will be back live on Upsides. Maybe one of the other main teams, except for Zurich and Geneva, who shall most probably have the first round off. Geneva for playing Champions League and Zurich for having played the final. Naya Glanzmann looking for Eva Bachmann, who's very far behind. Finds Steve Schäfer. Schäfer with Brecht. Brecht trying to break through. Schäfer gets it back. Steve Schäfer. I really enjoy seeing her back. While McLean gets stumped out. McQueen fouled. McQueen, sponsored by Dynaco. Oh no, that's the other one. That's Lightning. Oh, Curry, that was good ball by Talia Curry. But no one ran to the end of it. It could have been a good chance for the visiting team. Again, tomorrow we will be able to provide you some additional quality, some additional angles, as we will be playing in a stadium. Looking forward to that. Very well played, Bachmann, and blocked by number 19, by Sienna Latta.
Here we go, Black. Here we go, Black. Finish strong, Black.
The Bengals. 3 more minutes to suffer, and then it's over. Tomorrow, there'll be a new game in a new country against a new opponent. But still in the same place with the best commentator you've ever heard in your life. Corner kick comes in, cleared out. Katharina Risch tries to keep it up, plays with Steve Schäfer. Nerina Waldhardt looking for Baumgartner. She finds her colleague Brecht. Brecht, oh, what a lovely pass and what a lovely goal! Is das wieder Baumgartner gesehen? Alina Baumgartner makes her fourth. Scores her fourth after a lovely chip by Stephanie Brecht. So half this goal belongs to Stephanie Brecht. What a lovely handling of the ball here. You can hardly see it, but it is. And then Baumgartner just lifts it over goalkeeper Trinity Hale to make it 8-0. Alina Baumgartner, clearly the woman of the match, scoring 4. If we're going back to country music, and to quote Brad Paisley, she's everything today in this game. Lovely guitar solo on that song. And maybe tomorrow we'll have an American Saturday night, just Sunday pretending to be Saturday. In Lustenau, Dornbirn, today. The American girls were only weather and noise. As the Counting Crows would say. Baumgartner, lovely pass, lovely through ball, Brecht! And that's 9! Stephanie Brecht. Also her coming back from injury. And St. Gallen is losing their American PTSD, their American trauma that they had. Last year, Santa Clara demolished them, didn't leave them space to breathe. Tonight, Idaho lets them get back into the game. They feel like a late night at IHOP. Some waffles, some pancakes, and a lot of syrup. Leading 9-0. Let's see if we can see one more goal for Idaho State. Or one goal at all. We're in extra time. Some pressing. Klug gives it away. Oh, very well done by Starbuck, but then the strike isn't too effective, and I think that will put an end to this game. Alina Baumgartner scored 4 times. Victoria Bischof twice. In between Alessandra de Freitas and Eva Bachmann with goals, and also Brecht. And that makes it 9. Idaho can look back at a hard game that they still managed to perform somewhat within, but Sarah Maxfield is the big one who performed for Idaho today. We'll have to keep it at that. Maxfield was the best woman on the field, on the pitch for the young American players. Tomorrow we'll have more of them. We'll show you them tomorrow live from Lustenau, just 15 kilometers across the border. In the stadium, Sparkasse Arena, Idaho State University Bengals against SPG Lustenau Dornbirn. That's tomorrow's game. Today's game belonged to Alina Baumgartner, who scored 4 times. And with that, I'll leave you be. I'll see you, hopefully, all tomorrow for the next game for the Bengals against Lustenau. And I hope you'll have a great evening in the US, a great night if you are in Europe. And we'll see each other tomorrow, live from Lustenau. Thank you and have a great night.